Dear students, welcome to ninth class English Combining Sentences by G. Surendra. Now we learn about combining sentences. How can we combine? Children, you know parts of speech very well. Conjunction is one of them which combines two or more sentences or words to give appropriate meaning. There are so many conjunctions to combine the sentences. Generally, the conjunction join two or more sentences or words to reveal the relationship between or among them. Children, this is the function of conjunction. Now, we discuss one of the conjunctions here. Children, you know very well when you want to narrate the events occurred, you may narrate in two ways. One, narrating the events individually, and second, narrating the events by combining them. Here, we can narrate the events individually in simple sentences, or we may narrate the same by combining and joining those sentences. Let us see how we combine the sentences now. Dear children, now look at the following sentences. See, one picture is there. Here one action happened. What's that action? Let us know. The teacher had entered the classroom. The teacher had entered the classroom. Now we look at one more action. The students stood up. See in the picture? The students stood up. These two sentences are independent so far. There is no connection, there is no relationship between these two sentences. If we combine these two sentences, we get an appropriate meaning in a single sentence. So, there is a connection and there is a relationship between these two sentences. When such situation is there, we combine those two sentences. How can we combine that sentence? Let us know, children. Children, let us see the sentences by combining those two. Let us see the sentence, single sentence, by combining those two independent sentences that we have discussed in previous class. See how we have combined that sentence. See, no sooner had the teacher entered the classroom than the student stood up. No sooner had the teacher entered the classroom than the student stood up. Here, one single sentence makes sense of those two independent sentences. Here, one action happened after another action. So, here the teacher entered the classroom is the first action. Immediately after this action, one more action happened, the student stood up. So we made some relationship between these two sentences with the help of one word or some words. Here what are those? You know well, yes, no sooner than. Now how should we combine these sentences, these type of sentences by using no sooner than? Let us see how can we use no sooner than to combine the sentences. Okay, children, we discuss in detail now. We can combine the sentences using so many conjunctions. But here we discuss only a few conjunctions which combine the sentences. Let us see no sooner than. It is one type of conjunction we use to combine the sentences. And hardly when, scarcely when, as soon as. See, these are the same type of function. These words make same kind of sense to combine the independent sentences. Now, no sooner than, hardly when, scarcely when, as soon as. These are the four types we discussed, which almost same in meaning, just a little bit of difference between or among them. We discuss one by one in detail now. Students, when you want to combine the two sentences with the help of no sooner than, you should remember certain things. When two sentences required to be combined with no sooner than, you remember certain things. What are they? Let us know. You should keep all these points in your mind to make use of no sooner than. We see how they are. Now, the first thing you have to remember, it is used to show that one thing happens immediately after another thing happened. So, when should you use no sooner than? When you want to combine the two sentences and one of the things happened somewhat little earlier than other one. So, a little time difference between those two actions, then you have to use no sooner than. Point you have to remember when you want to use no sooner than. What is that? Yes, it is often used in past perfect tense. So, when you want to use no sooner than, the first sentence should be used in the past perfect tense only. No other tense should be used. This is the second point you have to remember. What is the third thing you have to remember? Yes, that is when you want to use no sooner than, it is usually followed by than. No sooner. When you want to use no sooner, that should be followed by than. Okay? So, no sooner than. We should not say no sooner than, no sooner when. So, the thing you have to remember, it is always followed by than. No sooner is always followed by than, not when. Okay, children? Have you got clear? Yes. Yes, children. When you want to use no sooner, and the next thing you have to remember, you can use no sooner in two ways. It can be used in the sentence in two ways. How? No sooner can be used in the middle of the sentence. No sooner can be used in the middle of the sentence, and it also can be used at the beginning of the sentence. In both ways you can use no sooner. But often we use at the beginning of the sentence. Very rare cases we use in the middle of the sentence. Even though both things are right, formally we use no sooner at the beginning of the sentence, not in the middle of the sentence. Very rare cases we can use. Okay, children? Right. Now, children, you have cleared the no sooner can be used at the beginning of the sentence as well as in the middle of the sentence. But one thing you should remember, when you want to use that no sooner at the beginning of the sentence, see here, one thing you have to remember. What's that? When no sooner is used in friend position means at the beginning of the sentence, it is required to invert the auxiliary verb and subject. Invert means reverse. Subject and auxiliary verb should be interchanged, exchanged. We use subject first and auxiliary verb next. But when you want to use no sooner, the auxiliary verb should be used first, followed by the subject. That is the main thing you have to remember. It should not be used as subject and auxiliary verb. It should be always used as auxiliary verb first, subject next. That is the right thing we use. The auxiliary verb generally we use had and did. See, auxiliary verb plus subject when you want to use no sooner. Don't use as subject plus auxiliary verb. It should be used as auxiliary verb plus subject. Okay, children, you remember this thing? Very, very important. The next thing you have to remember when you want to use no sooner than, this is very common in more formal styles, and the structure no sooner than is quite literary, normally used in speaking. Generally, we use more often in speaking compared to in written. Okay, children, this is the thing you have to remember. Now, we combine the two sentences to understand how we combine the two independent sentences. Let us see examples here. Look at the first sentence. The student finished his first project. The student finished his first project. Look at the second one. He started second project. He started second project. Here two independent sentences are given. Now we combine these two sentences by using no sooner than. You remember one thing, which sentence should be taken first between these two? Which sentence should be taken first? You look at which action has taken first between these two, that should be mentioned first. See here. No sooner had the student finished this project than he started second project. If you compare these two sentences, which sentence has taken first? The first sentence is the first one, because the student finished his first project. He has finished it. Then he started second project. The second action is he started second project. It is very clear. So, decide which sentence or which action has taken first, that should be mentioned first with the help of no sooner. And the second action should be mentioned at the end by adding than. See here clearly. No sooner had the student finished his first project than he started second project. So no sooner is added, had auxiliary verb is added, the student subject, here finish. It is past perfect tense. Then before second sentence than is added. So these are the changes you have got when you want to use no sooner. Now let us see what are the changes that should be made when we use no sooner. Children, let us see now. Okay, children, I already explained the changes that have been made when you want to use no sooner than. So let us see the sentence that we have shown in the previous slide. The student finished his first project. See here. Changes that have been made for the previous sentence. What are the changes? Here, no sooner is added at the beginning of the sentence. Auxiliary verb had is added before the subject. Than is added in between the two sentences. That is nothing but at the beginning of the second sentence. See these changes, you see. No sooner, beginning. And had is added before the subject, the student, and then is added before the second action. So these are the three changes that you have to make in your sentence when you want to combine using no sooner than. Students, you have understood the usage of no sooner. But a few students use no sooner in a wrong way, means wrong usage of no sooner. How can they make sentence with the help of no sooner? See here, no sooner the student had finished his first project than he started second project. Here, what happened? Had. The auxiliary verb had is used after the noun, after the subject, the student, after the subject. Here, subject first, auxiliary verb next. But what's our rule? When you want to use no sooner, the auxiliary verb should be used first and the subject should be used next. Auxiliary verb plus subject. But here, subject plus auxiliary verb had. So this is the wrong usage of the no sooner. Most of the students will do mistake doing this one. So remember this one carefully. Okay, children, have you got clear now? Yes, students. In the previous example, we have used no sooner at the beginning of the sentence. We know well the no sooner can be used in two ways. It can be used at the beginning of the sentence or it can be used in the middle of the sentence, means some other place of the sentence. Let us see. How can we see? How can we use? Here, we can use no sooner in the middle of the sentence too. See here, this sentence started with the student had. See, no sooner is added between the sentence. The student had no sooner finished his first project than he started second project. So, a small change, no sooner can be used at the beginning of the sentence. It can also be used in the middle of the sentence, in the middle of the first sentence. Okay, but generally we use at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, children, have you got clear? We have learned that we have used no sooner at the beginning of the sentence as well as in the middle of the first sentence or some other place of the sentence. Here, one more usage of no sooner. You know well, we have two auxiliary verbs that can be used together with no sooner, either had or did. In the place of had, we can also use did. How can we use that? Let us see here. We can use no sooner at the beginning of the sentence but with an auxiliary verb did also. In the earlier example, first example, we have used the auxiliary verb had, but here we are using the auxiliary verb did. See how can no sooner did the student finish his first project than he started second project. Here see, in the place of had, we have used did. In very rare cases, we use like this. Generally, we use had. So, the place of had is occupied by did here. Okay? And here, the verb, the main verb in the first sentence, finish. Earlier, it is as finished. But here, it is used as finish because did itself is in the past. Earlier example, when there is a had, the tense should be in past perfect tense, but here in simple past. Did finish. Earlier had finished. So you observe this change. No sooner did the student finish his first project than he started second project. Okay, children, have you got clear? Dear students, so far you have learned how to use no sooner than. Now let us see one more kind of phrase, hardly when. Now let us see the usage of hardly when. How can we use this? See here. Earlier example I have shown here. Look at that one, same example that we have prepared with the help of no sooner. No sooner the student had finished his first project than he started second project. Here no sooner than is used. Now how can we use hardly when in the same sentence? Let us see. The student had hardly finished his first project when he started second project. So here in the place of no sooner than, hardly when is used. What are the changes that have been made here? Yes, the no sooner is used at the beginning of the sentence, but hardly is not used at the beginning. It is after the auxiliary verb had. After the auxiliary verb had, the hardly is used here. Remaining is same. In the place of than, we use when. That is right one. But only no sooner beginning. It is used in the beginning of the sentence. But when you want to use hardly, it should not be used at the beginning of the sentence. It should be used after the auxiliary verb had. Have you got clear, children? Dear children, we have used so far no sooner than, hardly when in the previous examples. Now let us discuss one more conjunction, that is scarcely when. See here. Now let us see the usage of scarcely when. How can we use scarcely when? Let us discuss with the example. See here, the previous example I have taken here. No sooner the student had finished his first project than he started second project. That is already done in the previous slide. Now how can we make sentence by using scarcely when? See here. With the example, I want to make you learn. The student had scarcely finished his first project when he started second project. Here, changes. Two changes have been made. No sooner is removed at the beginning of the sentence and scarcely is added after the auxiliary verb had, just like hardly, where we have added that hardly. In the same place we have added scarcely. And one more, than. In the place of than, when is used. So these are the two changes you have to make when you want to use scarcely when. See, these two sentences give same. Now children, let us discuss one more usage of another conjunction, that is as soon as. We discuss no sooner than, hardly when, scarcely when, and now we discuss as soon as. How can we use as soon as to combine the two sentences? Let us see here. Example, same example has been taken. No sooner the student had finished his first project than he started second project. Now we can change this sentence by using as soon as to give same meaning. See here how it is changed. As soon as the student finished his first project, he started second project. Here also two changes have been made clearly. In the place of no sooner, as soon as is used, and auxiliary verb had is removed here. Earlier the student had finished, we have used like that, but the student finished, no auxiliary verb is used when you want to add as soon as. And in the next second sentence nothing is added. Here than is removed, but no word is added, but it is replaced by comma. See here, total three changes. As soon as is used in the place of no sooner, auxiliary verb had is removed, and comma is replaced by than. So these are the three changes if you want to make use of as soon as. Okay children, I hope you have understood all these things. Okay children, bye.